Today I want to talk about how you can grow your career after a setback. And a setback can be anything. It can be bad feedback, it can be a project not going the way you had thought it was going to go. And today we're going to talk about what you can do to overcome that right in the moment that the setback happens to you. The first thing that you want to do probably is to think through the relationship that you have with your boss. If you don't have a great strategic relationship with them right now, or you don't trust them just yet, check out the link in the description below where I've left my free guide. You can download it on my website, ambitiouscareergoals.com. It includes 5 easy steps you can do this week to improve the relationship with your boss. It's very easy to implement these things. I promise you can do them this week, and they will help you build more trust and build that strategic relationship so that you can advance your career with your boss as a partner for your success. So go check that out in the description below. But back to the topic, how you can grow your career after a setback. First, allow yourself some time to process the setback. So do a little self-care. Maybe my Emotion Makeover Meditation, again, there's a link in the description below for you to check that one out, can help you overcome any difficult emotions you may be feeling right in this moment. Like maybe you need to release some anger or some hurt. So check out that video in the description below. Take the time to release these emotions. It's really beneficial to do that and to confront them and to let them go and to release them. And if you don't want to do that, you can also talk to a friend, that can help you really process the emotions that you're feeling about this setback. You can also take some time to meditate and just take a couple deep breaths and go outside in nature, and that can also help you reset your brain and recalibrate your emotions a little bit. And if you're afraid of this setback or this feedback repeating itself in the future, then take some time right now to write down a couple of things that you could do in case it did repeat itself in the future, so that you already have a plan in place in case that happens. So write down both what you can do to repair the situation in the future if it occurs again, but you can also write down what you can do to avoid it. And it's good to just go through that exercise right now and to write that down so that you have a plan in place for the future, and it really will also help you probably feel less anxious about this going forward. Next, make a plan for improvement. Write down, what does success in whatever you're trying to improve right now look like? It's really important to be specific here, because the more specific you are, the clearer it'll be for you to, first of all, get there, because it'll be very clear. And second of all, once you make progress, you'll also be able to see, oh yeah, I'm actually really moving in the right direction. So write down, what are you doing and what does success look like? Maybe it means your project is going to be completed faster next time, or you're going to provide a product that has higher quality in the future. So write down exactly what that means. Be specific, like what does that higher quality mean? What does that look like? Or when it comes to time for your project, like what exactly is the time frame that you're aiming to get to, so that you know for sure whether or not you're going to be reaching that goal when you get there. Then write down, why does it matter? Why are you even trying to advance anything here? Why are you even trying to grow a skill right now? For example, maybe you need a higher quality product because you've gotten bad feedback from your customers. You're an entrepreneur and you're providing a service and you need to improve your product. Why does that matter? Well, because it makes your company look bad if you don't improve it. So it really matters to make your company look good, to improve your project. And same with the completion of your project. If it takes too long and you want to improve how long it takes to complete your project, then why does this matter? Because you'll be able to provide these results earlier to whoever you're reporting to. Maybe your customer, maybe your boss, maybe another colleague. So this matters for your company to achieve something faster. And that's important for you to figure out, so that it'll motivate you to overcome this setback. You can also think through what would happen if you changed your behavior, and what would be a good outcome of you changing that behavior. So for example, this kind of goes along with the previous question. If you provide a higher quality product, then hopefully you'll get positive feedback in the future from your customers. Or if you finish a project faster, then hopefully you'll get positive feedback about that from your colleagues or your boss. And you'll also just help your company do more things faster and make more money at the end of the day. So really think through, why does this matter that you improve this skill, and what happens in a good way? What is kind of the cherry that you're trying to pick at this point? And that can really help motivate you to overcome these difficult emotions and this difficult situation right now. Third, you can get an accountability partner. This can be a mentor, maybe a friend, it can be a colleague. It can actually even be your boss. And again, if you need to improve the strategic relationship with your boss, check out the free guide in the description below to help you build that relationship. There's a couple of really easy steps in there that can help you today to do that. And this is important because they can hold you accountable for your own progress. So you can get additional help from them, they can support you, or you can let them know it's not going well, and they'll be hopefully understanding for the kind of, change that you're going through. So this is really crucial, and it can really help you a lot to move forward if you get an accountability partner. Once you have this partner, then you can ask them for feedback. You can ask them, what am I doing well? What am I doing not so well? Where can I improve? And they can give you feedback that you can use to further your skills even more, and maybe they can even teach you something. Maybe you picked a mentor because they have a particular skill that you're trying to build. Maybe they're, a lot faster when they complete their projects, and you're trying to learn from them how they do it. So ask them for feedback and let them guide you, essentially. And another thing that I want to stress here is that it's really great if you can be honest with whoever is around you that you are building this skill. Why is this great? Because it actually will make them feel sympathetic towards you, and it'll actually make them want to help you more. They'll be a lot more understanding of the kind of change that you're trying to make. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, you can be open with your customers and you can say, well, we're working on improving our quality. Could you give us some feedback? What are we doing well? What are we not doing well? And that might actually lead to them being more accepting of something that isn't quite at the right quality that they would have preferred. If you're open like that up front, or, if you're shipping something and it's too slow, maybe telling them we're working on improving our shipping process, then they might be even understanding if it gets there a little bit late, because they're understanding that you're trying to work on this, you're trying to improve this already. Finally, keep a diary of how you're progressing your skills. So this can be really good for you because it can be really motivating to see how you're making progress. Seeing that on paper, you don't have to track this every day. You can track it every week or maybe every 2 weeks. It depends on you and how detailed you want to be, but it can be really great to see on paper you are making this kind of progress, and you can look back in the future and draw conclusions from how you've made progress. That can be really great for you to see your own progress. And you can also use this kind of diary to share with your boss as evidence that you're working on a skill. Like if you got bad feedback from your boss, then keeping this kind of diary can help you communicate that with your boss, that you're showing them this is really how I'm trying to improve this skill. And that can be really beneficial when performance review comes around, when you need to show that you have been working on this skill. So consider keeping a diary. And again, if you need to build some trust with your boss, if you need to improve your strategic relationship with them, I've made this guide that I have in the description below, so do check that out. And I hope that this video in whole will help you overcome any setbacks that you've been facing in your career. These are the steps that I've been applying for my entire career, and it's been really beneficial to me to do these things. So I'm hoping they'll be helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if they were, and which of these you tried to implement and which of these worked well for you. And I hope you'll be able to overcome your setback.